Whew. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. We've had a real major setback on this canal. First off, this is day 7 of the, should have taken 5 days to do, but actual work day 7. What happened was, for some reason, they either misunderstood that I wanted them for the next 2 days or whatever on Monday evening, and they didn't show Tuesday and they didn't show Wednesday. So here it is, Thursday. 8 days, 9 days, hell, I don't know, since we started. And the reason I needed to rush to get this thing completed is this right here. See the water in the canal? The whole idea on this was to be able to come back here to this canal in the back and take water out of it. Now, I've got water, quite a bit of water coming down through here, and eventually they'll be using it to water these long ends, those back over there, all of these along here. I'm able to water my long ends with a sprinkler head, so, but that's just for right now. Once I get the rest of the long ends put in, these right here I can water with sprinkler head, but once I get the rest of the long ends in, I'm not going to be able to do that. I need to be able to get into these 2 canals up here with a pump each. So my second pump cratered on me, I'd be running 2 pumps right now. But here's where we're at. And here's the holdup. We are not up with this one here. This one we're up high enough to where I can at least put some water in here and it's not going to mess with it. This, they got done with it yesterday, both these. But I would have assumed they would have gotten all 4 of those done yesterday, but they got 2 of them done and 1 of them halfway done. So I don't know, they slowed up on me, but here's what I've got. Water up to here. This is what I've been trying to get set up for the last 2 years. They still haven't finished this canal, but it's at least high enough now to where they can, I can at least run some water in there. This is the little spot that is the low deal, and I have water in it now. That's where we caught 5 snakeheads. Now I don't want to run water in there per se right now and fill this whole thing up, because down there is where it's going to end up going to, and they're not even close. So it's going to be tomorrow at the earliest that I can put water back in here and leave it go till it fills it up. I want it full because it will pass through this porous concrete and into my orchard. But used to be the only way I could get water up here was through this line right here, which goes over to that gate, which is where I would put my pump in to get water from the front canal. And then I could put water into here, and I could also use my sprinkler setups to run into here. But what I wanted was to be able to put water in here from out back, because they don't run the one in the front very long. Problem with it is the water pressure gets cut back so much coming up here. I've got half the water that I normally get coming in here. So I'm gonna go ahead and take my pump and put it back in the front canal, because they got water going through it also. And I'll keep an eye on it. When they start cutting back, then I'll go ahead and put the pump back into the back canal, so at least I can get this pond filled. Now these guys don't know it yet, but they should be done today with building all of this. And once they are, besides hauling a bunch of dirt from over here over to these and filling in around these canals, then they got to come over here and take this whole section right down through here and clean it out. Take all the dead and dying water plants, all the stickers along the edge, and dig those up for me. Because I don't know, I'm so damn old, it's hard for me to get down and do anything on my hands and knees, because my left knee is really jacked. But anyhow, that's where we stand. I'm gonna do an update on this tomorrow, or this evening, and then once they get all the dirt in here, I'll do a finished product on it, and this will be the third video of the three. I've got the second one, all the stuff videoed or filmed for it, and I'll probably be editing it out tonight. So got 2 more videos coming, and that's going to be it on this project. But it's not going to look too bad, guys. It's not the best in the world, but it's not going to be anywhere close to the worst. This is what it looks like when they haul dirt in here. They don't like hauling dirt. I don't blame them. I don't either, but I'm paying them. I'm not hauling this stuff. So anyhow, folks, we'll talk to y'all later. Hey folks, how you doing? This is the very last clip for the digging the ditch 3-part video. Pool looks good, doesn't it? That was another project. But anyhow, I just thought I'd let you know that after umpteen days, I'm not real sure how many it was, but we're thinking 8 days is what I'm thinking I got these guys for. They're going to be done today with digging the ditch canal for us, all of it. But I want you to see this right off the bat. See the water coming in right over here? I have a pump. See that water coming in right there? I have a pump sitting in the back canal, not up here at the front, to be able to get that water in. I finally got all the lines run that I need to run to get this accomplished. And the canals are all pretty much built. We're still putting dirt around the canals, and I'll show you here in just a second why we have to do that. But if you look down through here, this is at the far east end, which is the high end, and we've got water in the canal. Not much. I didn't want a whole lot of water in the canal, but I wanted to put water in to show that everything flowed the way it was supposed to flow, and to show you that the manifolds do like they're supposed to. Problem is, I'm supposed to take that cap off before I do that. Now I got to get down in that muck and crap and get it out of there. But anyhow, what we're doing right now is the guys are hauling dirt. I've got a couple of piles of good dirt right over there. This stuff is really, it's like rocks. It's real hard to do. They took all the dirt that I had around that hole right there where a mango tree came out, and they're putting it along the edges here and tamping it down. And the reason for it is, if you look down in there, I don't know if you can see it, but see the water? That is seeping through that porous cement that they use, the mortar that they use to put these bricks in. And if you remember when I said in, I think the last video or the first one, I'm not sure which one, that the water will penetrate down through all the mortar mix that we have, and it'll saturate about 2 meters out from each side of this canal, which means any tree like this guy within 2 meters of this canal will be well watered, which also means little guys like this coconut here, this coconut, the galanga, passion fruit, all of this stuff is going to be, I do not know what it is with this GoPro Hero 7 Black that it keeps shutting off for no reason. I'm not touching anything. I've turned it on the way I've always turned it on, and 95% of the time it works great. But then there's those 5% of the time that it just shuts off. So anyhow, here's where I was at. Next to the galanga. Yes, we are going to water the galanga now. Jesus Christ, this pisses me off. The main reason it pisses me off, okay, is my train of thought 10 minutes ago is not what it is right now, because I forget shit, and I forgot what the heck I was coming down this direction for anyhow. But the canal is done, except for a little bit of putting some dirt around up over there. The canal is done, and today's the last day. They still got to put some dirt around each end of the little pieces over here, but that's it. It's done. And I'm pumping out of the west end canal, which for some reason they run for a couple days longer than they do the east end, and they run it a lot more during the day than they do the one on the east end. So instead of getting 4 or 5 hours worth of pumpage, I can get 30 hours worth of pumpage back here. And my pump is totally submerged, which is great for the pump, so it keeps it nice and cool. Got lots of water coming down through here. So folks, I hope you enjoyed these. Man, that's noisy. Hope you enjoyed these 3 little videos on digging my ditch. And if I was going to live here, and I knew I was going to live here for more than a year, then I would go ahead and run those north and south also, and make it to where all of that stuff is done with a canal that's porous but will not cave in on itself. And I'd have probably the best looking mango, longan, and jackfruit orchard. Nah, I wouldn't, because I don't know how to do it like the Thais do. So anyhow, hope y'all enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to y'all later.